discuss on the chapter natural resources. You might be knowing what are resources. These are the items which are useful for humans. So the natural resources means the resources which are the items which are useful for man, which we get from nature. So let us discuss on the chapter now. Come on.
Air. Air is used by humans, animals, birds, and all other organisms. Air. In our atmosphere, there are many gases, but we will study the gases we use in our daily life. In our Earth's atmosphere, there are 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. The leftover part in our atmosphere are the gases like argon, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. There is even nitrogen, but you don't fart and increase it. In Venus and Mars atmospheres, there are about 95 to 97% of carbon dioxide. The role of atmosphere in the climate. As air is a bad conductor of heat, it keeps the temperature of Earth steady and it prevents the sudden increase of the temperature during the daylight hours. In Moon, as there is no atmosphere, the temperature ranges from 180 degree to 110 degree. So you can go to Moon by using only the oxygen mask. If you don't take the oxygen mask, you will go to the Moon and become a rock in the Moon and become a natural resources for the Moon. Winds. The movement of air is called wind. The movement of air occurs due to movement of tides. The movement of speed and direction of air can be observed by anemometer. Anemometer, here you can see that the direction of the wind is been shown by the anemometer here, and the speed is indicated by the speed is been seen through this revolver which will move when the wind is passed, and here when the wind is passed towards which direction it moves its back wing, so that we can see which side the wind is moving. These are the wind vanes which are used in airports. When the air passes, here there are small parts which will revolve towards the side of the wind. When the wind comes, due to the air passing through it, it turns towards the side which side the wind is moving. Movement of plants due to wind. Here you can find the plant which is moving, which is shaking due to the wind, and here this occurs due to the movement of the wind, which gives a force to the plant. Air pollution. This is caused due to the increase of oxides like nitrogen and sulfur. These dissolve in rain by producing acid rain, and the smoke joined with fog in the early morning and form smog. These causes allergies, cancer and heart disease and spoil buildings and human health. You know that if you do air pollution, now you go to your house and don't fart, where because of air pollution everyone in the house may come out. You should be careful and prevent air pollution. This air pollution is not good for your house. It is not only good for your house, it is not good for the whole earth, and you should think of the future. If you do air pollution, what may occur. Due to, as you have learned that lichens which will react to acids and bases, because in urban and rural trees, you can see here, this is the urban in which it is not clear, but you can see that it is lit uglier than the one which is in rural, because here you can find that in urban areas the acidity in the air will be more, because of which the lichens has reacted to the acid in the air, whereas in rural there will be no atmosphere, will be normal, there will not be acidic or basic, so there is no change in the color of rural lichens. And you may also see that people who come for taking the lichens for preparing the lichen sheet and all, they choose for rural lichens because it will be not being disturbed, whereas urban lichen will be having acidic color which may change the color of the lichen which they may produce. Water. Most part of our earth is covered with water, and most of the water is saline. If you go to a sea and you can't get water, as now everyone says save water, there is water less in our earth, but you can't go to the sea and start drinking water there. There the water is too sullen that if you even put a drop to your mouth, you feel like spitting it back. Such salinity it is having, and the fresh water in our earth is very less. Because this is why everyone are telling to save water, but you should care on it. It's our duty to conserve water, or a day might come when for getting a glass of water you may struggle a lot. You might have seen some WhatsApp videos where you will see that they will show that for a glass of water they will start asking for money more than crores for glass of water. So you should think upon and start saving the water now, so that you can keep the water for future how we are keeping it now. Water pollution. It is caused due to manual waste and factory waste and fertilizers dumped to the water. Even now if you, the young citizens, build a factory, do not pour the waste of the factory waste to the waters. It will disturb the water quality, and the water will be uneasy to be drunk, or you can't drink that water. This caused in change of temperature, and the aquatic animals which are in the water, if you spoil the water, they will get death. As water will be going to the poles, where Atlantic regions where ices are there. If you pollute the water, it will get heated, and the ice bars there will melt, and for humans, the people who will take the contaminated water, they will get lung disease, throat disease, malaria, as mosquitoes live in the dirty or swamp water, etc. The producer of minerals. You may be thinking where the minerals are produced. You get gold, diamond, everything. But you must be knowing that the soil and rocks are the ores for the minerals. For example, bauxite is the ore of aluminium. You won't be knowing which soil is bauxite or which soil is the ore. You should be, there are certain agencies who check for those. There are, all the soil are having some mineral in it, but the soil in which the mineral is more in it, like bauxite. In bauxite, aluminium is more. So bauxite will be taken for ore extraction of aluminium, and soil is formed. You might be knowing how soil is formed. Rocks break into the soil due to weathering, and rocks are being broken to form soil, and this is caused due to when the sun heats up the rock, due to which they expand. You might be knowing that due to the heat the rocks will expand and contract in the night. To heat the rocks will expand, but in the night it will be cool, so it will contract back, and due to this expansion and contraction, these result to the form of cracks in the rocks, and due to weathering the cracks get removed and form into small pieces and form soil. This is the water cycle. It starts from condensation. Condensation means from rain, when it rains, it goes to the groundwater. From the groundwater, the plants will do transpiration, and it gets evaporated, and it goes to surface water like ocean, seas, river, pond, etc. And from surface water, it evaporates, and again in the clouds it condensates and form rain, and this cycle moves on. This is how it is in real life. Here you can see that it is raining, rain and snow. You can take snow as hailstones, and when the rain, after the rain, it seeps. It is called as infiltration. It seeps to the groundwater, and it will move in the water table, and again it joins the lakes and streams. From the lakes and streams, due to plants, it become transpiration, and from here evaporation. Due to condensation, those form clouds and again come to precipitation and rains. This is the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen in atmosphere. From the atmosphere, it becomes due to nitrification, it becomes the atmosphere and industrial fixation. And here, due to nitrogen fixation, it goes to plants, from plants to animals, and also to ammonification, from ammonification to ammonia, from animals to ammonia. Here until here, it becomes ammonia. The nitrogen turns into ammonia. From here, it becomes nitrites, and here, due to nitrification, these become nitrates. From nitrates, due to denitrification, it joins nitrogen in atmosphere, and again this cycle continues. If you want, you can take a screenshot and learn this cycle. Oxygen cycle. This is the atmospheric oxygen, O2. Due to respiration and photosynthesis, these becomes carbon dioxide and water. These produce carbon dioxide and water, and it not only gives photosynthesis and respiration. This requires oxygen molecules such as C6H12O6, where O6, which is a oxygen molecule. Next, going on to ozone layer, its chemical formula is O3. So you can say that there are 3 molecules of oxygen to form ozone. Now you don't think that making yourself 3 times will making yourself to the 3 parts will make you another type of your names 3 times. It is for the molecules 3 times, because of which O3 comes. It's the layer protecting earth from ultraviolet rays. Like a blanket, it covers the earth. Nowadays, it is getting depleted because of gases like CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, which is emitted from refrigerator fumes. You might be using one old refrigerator. When you open it, you will get some gas direct to it. Those are chlorofluorocarbons. And these are also from the perfumes which you use, that same scent comes out. So to protect our earth from these ultraviolet rays, when it reaches you, you get skin burns, cancers, etc. So to protect yourself and the earth, join your hand to use eco-friendly fumes and eco-friendly refrigerator which are modern, and you can buy those too if you want a refrigerator, or use the natural refrigerator which we Indians would use before the invention of refrigerator, the wood pot or matka. Thank you. So to protect your future generation, save the natural resources by preventing air, water and soil pollution.
Hope the video was nice. The video is not only useful for class 9th, it is also helpful for 10th board, NTSE and CET and other competitive exams. I hope you all make the best use of it.